I meant to. Hey guys, it's me. I am so sorry. Oh man, I forgot to. Uh, Danny, sorry, but you're just gonna have to deal with it this way, cause I forgot to change it from vertical to horizontal. I forgot to do that. So, I mean, you guys know why I'm live anyways, so I'm guessing just for this one day, I can leave it as this for the time being. And then next week, hopefully I will remember to switch it to horizontal, because I think that's the best way to do it, to do my live streams. It's just horizontal from now on. I mean, Danny told me that was the best way to do it. As you can see, I don't have my usual Powerade. Brought with me a cup that's a NASCAR cup, number 88, Dale Jr. This has got some water in it that I just got from home. Well, when it was getting low, they have a fountain. They have, I guess, a dispenser where you can pour water into like a water bottle. And so I just did that. And so I just stopped off my drink so I could something to drink while I'm here. But thank you guys for coming anyways. I never expect a whole lot of people to come, but for the people that are able to come, thank you. This is obviously, you know why I'm here, Wrestling Week in Review. Week number 49, if I'm not mistaken. It's number 49, so I am very much excited. And oh yeah, WrestleMania is only a week away. WrestleMania is only 1 week away. I am so excited. I am so excited for WrestleMania this weekend. Next week it's going to be WrestleMania, and oh man, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I can already imagine. I can already tell WrestleMania is going to be great. The build up to this WrestleMania has been spotty from time to time. Certain WrestleMania matches have been hyped up pretty good, and then other matches have been hyped up sort of not so good. But hey, it's okay. Let's just get on with it. Oh, Sailor Eclipse. Sailor Eclipse, thank you for coming. I do appreciate it. If any of you guys that are just now coming in want to put a like on the live stream, feel free to do so. Let's just get on with it. And Monday Night Raw, which is always the first show of the week. It's the first show that I talk about, obviously. We got Cody Rhodes opening the show. Hey, oh, Jeffrey, hey, thanks for sharing. If there's anybody here that wants to share out the live stream, feel free to do so. What is it, Nate? What is it? What do you want now? We got Cody Rhodes opening the show. He had a few choice words to say about The Rock and Roman Reigns, his opponents for WrestleMania. Not gonna happen, Nate. Then, all of a sudden, out comes The Rock. He whispers something to say. He whispers something. he whispers something to Cody Rhodes. We don't know what it is. Rock, when he was interviewed, as he was, I guess, at one point he was stopped by, I guess, one of the interviewers backstage, asked about what did he say to Cody, and basically Rock said, "Oh, well, if you want to know what I said to him, just ask him yourself." They did, and apparently what The Rock said was, I guess it was a promise that Cody said The Rock wasn't going to be able to keep. Well, we know he kept his promise from a couple weeks ago when he said that he was going to beat up Cody so bad that he was going to have Cody's blood on a weight belt, which did happen, and that was arguably one of the best endings to a Monday Night Raw or to any of WWE's shows in a long time. Arguably the best thing about tonight's Monday Night Raw, was the ending, which was a Rock beating up Cody. We got, after this, we got Judgment Day. Judgment Day were backstage. They talked about JD's match with Ricochet that night, how they haven't been too impressed with JD just losing his matches left and right recently, and so basically all we had to say was, just get a win. Just win. Then we get to the match, Ricochet versus JD McDonagh, which is actually a pretty decent match, actually. Not even gonna lie. So went about 9-10 minutes or so. Ricochet actually does get the win, so that was pretty impressive for Ricochet. We also got a match between Ivy Nile, Candice LeRae, which was actually like not even necessary. It was basically just 2 minutes of nothing that made legit sense. The only thing it really did was further the heel turn from Candice LeRae, which is but hey, it is what it is. We also got a backstage segment between Awesome Truth, New Day, and DIY. They were all talking about WrestleMania and the 6-pack ladder match. Ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. As of now, we now know the contestants, all of the participants in that match. This led to a match between the New Day and DIY, which was actually not a bad match as well, mainly because both teams are really good. I can't remember exactly who won, but I don't know. We also got Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch face to face. Again, we've had, I think, at least 2 or 3 so far. But so far, they have not engaged in a brawl, because most of what they have said up until this point has been about how they respect the other person. This time, Rhea Ripley talks a little bit of trash, talks about Becky Lynch's daughter and not in a good way. Becky Lynch basically says, I wouldn't talk about my daughter if I were you, because it usually doesn't end well for people. Eventually, they do get into a brawl. Eventually, through Mysterio, Dominic gets in Becky Lynch's face, and she just punches him in the face, which a lot of people were saying that punch was actually real, and that it wasn't just a fake one. And she actually legitimately punched him. I'm doing okay, Everboss. I'm doing fine, Everboss. I'm doing great, actually. I'm actually just trying to get this live stream over with because my phone's not at my phone as of right now is at 85%. I'm trying to make sure this live stream goes on without a hitch. Nate, since when are we friends? Oh, and don't go running to you know who, because I know he sent you here. Oh, and Nate, don't think this is gonna get your mod removed, because just consider that your punishment for coming here week in and week out. You're here basically every time I go live, so basically, you're basically saying to both me and and somebody else that you can't stay away from me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. No, his punishment is he has to stay a mod on my channel, and that's the end of it. We also got a Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed. At one point, Gunther comes out to observe the match. At one point, it causes a distraction to the point where Bronson Reed actually winds up winning the match, which was a bit surprising. I thought they would have given the match to Sami Zayn. Hey Fairbrick Studios. Oops. Unhide Fairbrick Studios and add as a moderator. Nate. No. Sorry. Not happening. What? He's doing it to himself. I'm not doing anything about it. He has to suffer. So Bronson Reed actually won this match. It was actually pretty good. Again, it was a pretty good match. Decent, but it was good. We also got Chad Gable also talked about. Chad Gable was also Sami Zayn had a backstage interaction after the match with. He has to stay here. He has to stay here and talk trash to me because it's his job. Obviously, it's his job to do it because I don't know if it really is, but it seems like it's Nate's job to come here and trash talk me and trash talk wrestling and whatnot. So I don't think Nate's going anywhere anytime soon. That's just my opinion. We also got now this match, Andrade versus Giovanni Vinci. It was supposed to be Andrade versus Ivar. Ivar apparently was not medically cleared to compete that night, so we get Andrade versus Giovanni Vinci, which was also not a bad match. Actually, I wouldn't, nevertheless. Okay. Oops. Sorry, Everbless. Unfortunately, I sort of removed one of your comments by mistake. One of your chat comments by mistake. Sorry about that. Okay, thanks, Everbless. This match, Andrade does get the win here. Andrade does get the win here. It's a good match. What the? Oh, no. Oh my gosh, I just got knocked. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. I literally. Sorry about that, guys. I went out of my own live stream for a few seconds for whatever reason. We also got CM Punk. CM Punk was in Chicago. The crowd was going bananas for him. Obviously, he's beloved. Nate, no one's going to click that link. And you want to know why? It's because I'm going to keep deleting the messages. Hey, Aaron, thank you for showing up. If you want to hit that like button, like I've said a million times, you don't have to, but I would appreciate it. Also, I am trying to get monetized, so any bit of interaction you guys can give some of my videos, will be very much appreciated. And it says I got 6 people here. That's nice. And 7 people. Yes. and hey, 5 likes. Thank you for whoever just did that. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, they went back and forth a little bit. Then Seth Rollins came in. Seth Rollins was the odd man out in this promo segment because CM Punk and Drew McIntyre were the only two who were like cooking each other a lot. But then Seth Rollins really didn't get much in. So, I don't know. Really, Aaron? Well, hey, I hope you get unsuspended. I hope they take that suspension away soon. We also got the main event was Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura. If I'm not mistaken, Jey Uso, I can't remember. I think Jey Uso lost I can't really remember who won. No, it's not, Nate. It's a video of me. I don't know, it might just be a video of me because it had my name on it. The link has my name in it. Okay, Aaron. That's cool. We also got, after the match, we got Cody Rhodes was, I guess, backstage, and we got a brawl with Cody Rhodes and The Rock. This was arguably, other than the CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins segment, this was also the best. The 2 best segments were CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins 3-way promo battle, and then this Cody Rhodes Rock brawl. There was blood. They brought blood back, and people are already starting to think, is WWE bringing back the Attitude Era, or at least bringing back certain elements of the Attitude Era? And is the PG era just gone? Like, I don't know. But they have been doing blood a lot recently. Well, when Brock Lesnar did it at the Backlash last year, that's basically Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar can do basically whatever he wants. So that actually probably. I mean, yeah, Dolores, I know it's not the Attitude Era, but Dolores, don't time out. I mean, Nate, don't time out Dolores. Dolores is a friend. Well, I'm sure you were impressed by the Cody and Rock brawl. Oh, well, then why did you time her out for 10 seconds? Well, then why did you time her out? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure. Well, hey, Dolores, I'm sure you liked the Cody Rock brawl because The Rock basically beat up Cody. Beat up on Cody. I'm sure you're very happy about that happened. Whoa, I don't know how this is happening. It says I got 10 people joining me. That may be the most people I've had in a live stream ever. Like, wow. I mean, thank you. Now it just dropped back down to 7. It's okay. Well, I mean, there wasn't much on Monday Night Raw, but it was obviously a very good episode. If I had to rate Monday Night Raw out of 10, I would give it a 7.5. 7.5 out of 10, maybe 8, because it was really good. It was really good. Now on to NXT. We got NXT was also pretty good. It was pretty good. I mean, yeah, I know. I understand. Nobody really watches NXT as much as they used to. But hey, it is what it is. NXT was good. They had some video packages for certain stand and deliver matches that they hyped up to this episode of Friday Night SmackDown. They hyped up some WrestleMania, some stand and deliver matches. Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez, and Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams. Both of them both got video packages sort of detailing the rivalry between each superstar and also the history between each superstar, especially Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams, who their match should be very good at Stand and Deliver. I may watch Stand and Deliver, I might not, because it's going to be Saturday, but also it's going to probably be in the afternoon. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I might not be going live next Saturday. I might not be going live in case I decide that I want to watch NXT Stand and Deliver. But it's okay. If I don't decide to go live, that's okay. I can just go live the very next week. My thoughts on Jim Cornette. I actually like him. I liked him as a manager. I liked him as a manager when he was managing like tag teams and stuff, like I think it was the Midnight Express was a team that he managed. Sweet Stan and Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Vince Russo, I'm not really a fan of Vince Russo. And as far as like Jim Cornette's podcast, actually I've watched it. I've watched it, and it's pretty good, and it's pretty good, and it's actually pretty good. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say that I don't like Jim Cornette, because I actually do. I like his podcast. Well, hey, we all have our favorites. We all have our favorites. We also on NXT, Lola Vice, she wanted to issue an open challenge to anybody, to basically anybody that wanted a match. Apparently, Natalya decided to accept the open challenge, and Natalya wound up winning the match. I'm not sure if she needed to win the match, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, Oh, okay. Dolores, I actually may not know what you're talking about, because I don't watch Ryback's YouTube channel. I don't think. I know Ryback has his own YouTube channel. I've just never been on there, and I've just never watched any of his live streams or videos. But it's okay. Well, Ryback has been known to cry foul on more than one occasion. Yeah, I don't think he will. Nobody really believes Ryback in anything he really says anyways, most of the time. We got a Blair Davenport was interviewed backstage. She talked about Sol Ruka. Last week, Sol Ruka had a match against someone that I didn't even know who their name was, so you can, obviously you can tell how I felt about that match. She won the match, but was then attacked by Blair Davenport after the match. He's allowed to have his own opinions. He's allowed to have his opinions. I don't care for his opinions, but he's allowed to have his own opinions. Everybody has their own opinions when it comes to wrestling. What we can try to do is at least respect their decisions, their opinions, and just move on with our lives. No, I don't think I hate his opinions as much as I used to. Not anymore. No, I don't think I do anymore. I just try not to think. I'm trying not to think about him as much as possible now. We also got Ridge Holland apparently had a promo on NXT this week. Apparently I thought I did. Nate, why are you constantly still timing out Dolores? And don't say that you're slipping. Just your fingers are just slipping. Ridge Holland also cut a promo this week on NXT. Talked about his career, talked about going back to NXT, and then Noah Dolores. I'm going to make you a standard mod. How do you feel about that, Dolores? On the Ridge Holland promo, talked about his talking about coming back to NXT and about his mental health and stuff and how he hasn't been feeling himself as of late. Now, apparently, he did technically say in this promo that he's stepping away from wrestling for the time being. I don't know if this is a real quote unquote retirement, because a lot of people are saying that it is part of a storyline, and I don't know if it is, but if it is, then I'm willing to see where it goes. But hey, it is what it is. We also got a Josh Briggs. We got Shawn Spears versus Dijak. That was actually the first match of the night. Dijak does beat Shawn Spears. We also got, that match went about 11 minutes between Shawn Spears and Dijak. We also got Josh Briggs versus Duke Hudson of Chase U. Josh Briggs does win the match. After that match, we get Dijak comes out to confront Josh Briggs. Then apparently Obafemi, who is the North American champion, he was, I guess, on the balcony where superstars usually will stand to watch matches, to observe matches. So he came out, said he's thought about it, and he thinks that he now sees two potential challengers for his North American title, and basically confirms that we will be getting a triple threat match. And as of now, it has been made official. It will be a triple threat match for the North American title. Josh Briggs versus Dijak versus Obafemi, which should be a decent match, give or take. It's just a match between three just big guys, and those type of matches always seem to do well, as far as I know. We also got a segment from Metaphor. Not really a fan of this group, but to each his own. We also got, I think they have been announced as the hosts for Stand and Deliver. I don't know, but I think that's what this segment was about. Was all about, what is your question? Foul one. Not a question. That's not a question. We also got Thea Hale versus Jasmine Nix. Thea Hale has decided to ditch the whole, I guess, bad girl gimmick that she was sort of having for a while, because ever since Jacy Jayne took her under her wing, she sort of started to get a little bit more of an edgier attitude, but she's decided that that's not the person she wants to be, so she's going back to her old gimmick of just being this crazy, excited superstar with loads of energy. Literally, whenever she's out there, she looks like she's just had about 4 or 5 cups of coffee, basically. William just has all this crazy amount of energy, which I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it, but I do like her. We also got the NXT champion in a match against Channing Stacks Lorenzo, part of the family. Ilya Dragunov does win the match. It is a pretty decent match, actually. Not gonna lie. But Ilya Dragunov does win. Also, the main event was the tag team champs from NXT, Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, versus the Alpha Academy, representing Alpha Academy, Akira Tozawa and Otis. If Otis and Akira Tozawa win the match, they are inserted into the triple threat match at Stand and Deliver for a shot at the for a shot at the NXT Tag Team titles. Don't know why they just put the tag team titles on the line at Stand and Deliver, but I guess this should be a good match as well. Obviously, the tag team champs do win the match. Match was surprisingly good for what it was. We had a good sort of exciting moment with Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin powerbombing Otis through the announce table. That was pretty good. That's always a good spot when you get something like that happening. It's always going to be a moment where the crowd's probably going to start chanting like, "Holy, you know what." Not going to curse on YouTube, especially on live. But this was a surprisingly good match. Obviously, the tag team champs did win this match. That was basically NXT. Also, it was, if I had to rate NXT this week, actually I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. Because NXT, I've been saying it for a long time now. NXT for me has been good. Has always been good, especially last year around like late spring, early summer was when it really started to get good, in my opinion. Whatever. But yeah, this week's NXT was okay. It was good. Nothing too special, but it was what it was. This live stream's going along just fine. Yes. Hopefully I can make this live stream last only an hour. I don't want to go really past an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes tops. Now, AEW Dynamite. Here's AEW Dynamite. Now, I will be quite frank with you guys. AEW, the last 3 episodes of AEW have all been good, in my opinion. Really good, in my opinion. This week's episode wasn't as good, although the wrestling, which is never a problem. The wrestling is always going to be good. But this week, the show just wasn't as good as it was the last 3 weeks. And I know some people will say, oh, it didn't get 1 million. Well, it doesn't really need to. It doesn't really need to, does it? Does the ratings really matter sometimes? It does not. Maybe sometimes it does, but it doesn't always. We did get an Adam Copeland promo, backstage promo. He talked about his match with Christian Cage, which was last week's match for the TNT title. And tonight on Collision, he will be reviving the Cope Open, which I guess is his version of like an open challenge. He's gonna have an open challenge for the TNT title. I'm not sure why we need this. I don't know why we need this. The reason why I think Christian Cage's TNT title run was so good was that he was doing what he wasn't doing what everybody else was doing. Whereas he wasn't defending his title week after week after week. And I think that's just one thing that we don't need. Is just we don't need a champion who's, I mean, yes, it's good to have a fighting champion, but then also you don't have to wrestle week after week after week. In terms of AEW superstars on the men's roster, Orange Cassidy had the most matches. If you go to AEW's website and you go look at their roster page, it always will show you the matches that they've all had over the course of the year. And at the end of last year, Orange Cassidy had the most matches out of everybody. Darby Allin was actually a very close second. And then like Jon Moxley also had a bunch of matches. Yeah. Oh, hey, Dolores, I hope you're happy that I gave you a mod. For some reason, Nate just kept wanting to time you out, so I just thought, hey, I'll just give Dolores a mod. Thanks. Hey, well, don't mention it. Don't mention it, Dolores. I just thought you deserved it since Nate kept timing you out. We also got a Kyle O'Reilly backstage promo. He talked about his win on last week's Collision against Brian Keith. Talked about going it alone, and I honestly do believe that Kyle O'Reilly will eventually join the Undisputed Kingdom. He will be joining the Undisputed Kingdom at some point. When, I don't know. Eventually, they will grow tired of Wardlow either not winning matches or just not being there for them in the way that they want him to be. And they're going to obviously boot him from the group. Kyle O'Reilly is going to take his place. Maybe that's when they have MJF return, because he's definitely, as soon as he comes back, the first person he's going after is Adam Cole. I don't think we're friends because Nate keeps saying we're not. Yeah, first time was something. Yeah. The first match of the night was Will Ospreay versus Katsuyori Shibata, Japanese guy. It was a good match. This was a good match. Went about 15 minutes or so. This was probably one of the longer matches of the night, and it wasn't that bad. Kimberly Barnes, I don't know. No, Dolores. When it comes to King Al Moxley, no. I am never going to force anybody to change their views or opinions on wrestling. That's not the kind of person I am. To be honest, I actually don't. I don't understand why people hate Cody Rhodes so much. I really don't know. Well, Nate, that's probably best. Whoever Kimberly Barnes is was probably just a bot account and troll account anyways, so. Go ahead. Time her out as much as you want. We also got the Young Bucks versus Private Party. This was a quarterfinal match in the AEW Tag Team Tournament. The winning team, the team that wins the tournament, are crowned the new AEW Tag Team Champions. I mean, yeah, not everybody can stand Cody. I mean, yeah, there are some people that probably say he's just too nice of a person, and that. But then again, there are some people that say you can't have a babyface that's angry and aggressive all the time, because then like, why? Everybody just assumes that a babyface is supposed to be the kind of guy that just lets people walk all over him, and that's not always true. I'm not gonna lie, Nate. The Young Bucks, I'm just not really a fan of them. The one thing you and me can probably agree on, Nate, is that the Young Bucks, I'm just not a fan of them. They won this match. They won this match. I think they're going to be the ones to win the tag team titles eventually by the end of this thing. One thing I don't like about Jon Moxley, and it's really the only thing, is that the fact that he just constantly bleeds during his matches. He doesn't need to do it every single time. I feel like every single time I've seen Jon Moxley wrestle in AEW, he's either bleeding like profusively, which means it's like all over his face, or even if it's just like a small cut or something. It's just, I don't know why he does it. That's the only thing I don't like about Jon Moxley, is the fact that he just bleeds all the time. So do you really think that The Rock is just gonna not is just gonna lay down for Roman? That's not gonna happen. I mean, I'd say Roman Reigns. I'd say Roman Reigns is the best member of the Shield. He's had the most success. As far as who's had the most success out of anybody from the Shield, it's Roman Reigns, obviously. Nah, I don't think he will. Seriously, you really think The Rock's ego is gonna let himself lose? This is Hollywood Rock we're talking about. This is Hollywood Rock. His ego's as big as the state of Texas. He's not gonna lay down for anybody. Especially not for Cody Rhodes. I mean, I'd say Jon Moxley. He's had the least amount of success out of the Shield. So I'd have to say Jon Moxley. Well, all I'll say is, Nate, we'll see. We'll see what happens at WrestleMania 40. That's all I'm going to say. We also, on AEW Dynamite, we also had a Fatal 4-Way women's match. Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale versus Anna Jay versus Sky Blue. This is for a shot at the TBS title, which is currently held by Julia Hart. We also got to be honest, Dolores, I don't know. I mean, I do appreciate The Rock, and I do respect Roman, and I do respect Roman, okay? Don't get me wrong, okay? Don't tell me that I don't respect Roman, because I do. I respect the title reign that he's had, 3+ years, but I just feel like it needs to end at some point. Nobody can be champion forever and ever and ever. If some of us had our way, Roman Reigns would never lose, and by the time Roman Reigns eventually does die, he'll still be champion. Like, no. Matt choice for sure. So, Willow Nightingale. Oh, hey Austin. Thanks for coming. If anybody that comes on this live stream wants to put a like on the live stream, feel free to do so. It's never required, but I would appreciate it. Oh, that's easy. Supermarket Sweep. I've been watching that show recently on YouTube. Oh, and it's funny. It is so funny. Well, that's not going to happen, because it's not going to happen, okay? I can see why they would want to erase Hulk Hogan's record, but not Fabius Moolah. That's never going to happen. That reign will stand the test of time. I guess I'll just go with Rory, just for the fun of it. So this Fatal 4-Way match was for a shot at the TBS title. As I said, Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale versus Anna Jay versus Sky Blue, with Mercedes Moné on commentary. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Austin. Now, when you do that one, I kind of do have to say JD. Oh, that would. I'm not going to lie to you, Dolores. That would. Hogan versus Roman would put butts in seats. For sure. Woodward butts in seats for sure. That's just something that I know is going to happen. Would happen if it ever did happen. Can't disagree with you there. Whatever. One thing I will agree with him on is that the Attitude Era was the best era in WWE. It honestly was. Yeah, I saw Austin. Yeah, that's great. Hope you're having a good time. I do hope you're having a good time. And yes, I will agree that the Attitude Era was the best era in WWE, hands down. Like, there probably won't be another. There probably won't be another Attitude Era, but the Ruthless Aggression Era was also very good, even though it wasn't as like risque as the Attitude Era. It was still very good. But then the PG era came along and ugh. I mean, I already told you, I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks. He doesn't like the Young Bucks. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks either, so I guess that's another thing we agree on. I mean, I can't disagree with you. I cannot disagree with you, Dolores. This era does suck. It's got some bright spots, but it's like not it's not what it used to be. Obviously, it's not what it used to be. It's more kid friendly, which I don't know why, because it's wrestling, basically. It's wrestling. There's gonna have to be at least some blood at some point. We also got we got back to the live stream. What do you think of it? That was Moxley though. That was Moxley though that said that. He's allowed to have his opinions. He's allowed to have his opinions. That's all I'll say. We got also tonight, we got also on Dynamite, we got Best Friends versus Undisputed Kingdom in another match in the AEW Tag Team Title Tournament. Best Friends actually won this match. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that Undisputed Kingdom should win this match. I know, I was there, I saw the comment, and I saw that he laughed at it. He's in the bloodline, so I guess I can let it slide a little bit. No, I'm not. No. It's not the kind of person that I am. That's not the kind of person that I am, so I'm not gonna do anything about it. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, Best Friends versus Undisputed Kingdom. I thought the Undisputed Kingdom should win. I don't know why Wardlow was not out there to help the Undisputed Kingdom. I mean, Roderick Strong was out there, but I guess he just wasn't enough help. But hey, Best Friends win. Congrats to them. They move up in the title tournament. We also got Bryan Danielson video hyping up his match against Will Ospreay at AEW Dynasty, which is this upcoming month in April. We also, in the main event, we got Swerve Strickland versus Konosuke Takeshita. I mean, if it made sense, yeah. If it made sense, yeah, just do it. 1 minute matches, if it would have made sense, then yeah, do it. Like, I just said that, Dolores. I said, if it makes sense, yeah, do it. Feel free. I mean, it's WWE. WWE is going to do whatever they want. Okay? If they want to do 1 minute matches, do 1 minute matches. Doesn't bother me. I'm still gonna watch whether they do 1-minute matches or 30-minute matches. No, it was good. It was a good match. Just because it's got a whole bunch of the things that some of you guys don't like kicks and flips and tricks and stuff like that. It was a good match, okay? And obviously we are now getting Swerve Strickland versus Samoa Joe for the AEW World Title at AEW Dynasty. I fully expect Swerve to win. I'm a fan of Swerve. Didn't like he used to be, but I'm starting to respect him a lot more. So I do fully expect him to win the title at Dynasty. So that was basically Monday AEW Dynamite. If I had to rate AEW Dynamite, I'd rate it a 6.5 out of 10. It was about the same as NXT. Some parts of it I liked, some parts I didn't like. Was it as good as the last 3 weeks of AEW Dynamite? Not so much. Yeah, the 80s weren't great. They were good. They gave us some good WrestleMania matches, but it wasn't like it was lighting the world on fire, much like the Attitude Era did. Now on to SmackDown, which was last night, the only show I am able to watch weekly because it's on Fox. Won't be next year, it'll be on USA Network. As of next year, the show that I'll be able to watch is NXT, because it'll be on the CW. Great. He kinda is at the moment. Yeah, he does look like he kinda is just a manager, but he'll heal up. He'll be wrestling in no time. Yeah, he's even suspended, I think. Nate, I think he's even suspended, Nate, until that time as well, so I don't know if he can sort of... you can wait. You can wait. Pansy. We got... To open up the show, this was a sort of a tag team heavy show tonight. We got 3 tag team matches. I know you're not the Rogue Mod, Nate. Please. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Aaron, I know that. Yeah, I know. I've gotten copyright strikes before on some of my channels. On my channel, we got Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton versus Pretty Deadly. This match was okay. It was decent. What happened in the end was Logan Paul was apparently underneath the ring. At one point, I guess the referee was checking on Kevin Owens or one of the other wrestlers. Logan Paul comes in, whacks KO with the brass knuckles. Pretty Deadly do get the win, which was a little surprising. Usually Adam Cole has just been... Pretty Deadly have just been used as jobbers. But they actually... Madden Mogul. It's a game on my laptop, not Madden Mobile. I used to play Madden Mobile at one point, but I stopped playing it because it just wasn't as good of a game as I wanted it to be, so I just stopped playing it, and I just uninstalled it off my phone. No, the one that's on my laptop. I recently did a new video that's up on my channel. Me playing a game called Madden Mogul. not Madden Mobile, which is an app, which is a game for your tablet or iPhone or whatever if you want to play it. I've played that one and it's not really good. Yeah, I'm not talking about the game on my Madden Mobile that's on Google Play Store. I'm talking about Madden Mogul. I will show you. Ah, jeez. There, you little. There. I mean, you literally just saw me show you, so you can't still be saying it after I showed you. Well, Randy Orton eventually finds Logan Paul. They sort of brawl. Logan Paul was able to, quote unquote, get away. So that's. Yeah, it is what it is. No, it didn't. It did not say that. You're just saying it because you want to believe that. We also got a damage control interview. I literally just showed you it. Anyway, Nate. I literally just showed you. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I don't know. Aaron. Boots has been streaming like NXT, TNA, and AEW Dynamite as of late. So I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I like Boots. He's funny. He's so funny. We got damage control interview. We also got AJ Styles. Backstage segment with Nick Aldis asked if LA Knight wasn't there, and he said he asked LA Knight to not show up. AJ Styles said that Nick Aldis should have sort of told him instead of just asked. Oh, hey, Maroney. Yeah, damage control has never been great. In my opinion, it's never been really great. But they've been okay at times. Yeah. We also got a LWO versus Legado del Fantasma face-off with Dominic Mysterio. They got a match has now been made official. The match has now been made official. We're getting LWO versus Legado del Fantasma with Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. Not sure how I feel about that. I thought we were, because of what they did last week, I thought they were going to be revisiting the Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio match. But hey, this may be just as good. Hey, thanks. Hey, Swerve Show. I'm going to add you as a mod. And as a manager mod because I know you and I fully respect you, and you're now a manager mod. Thanks, and hey, don't mention it. I was on your live stream for a period last night before I decided to do some other stuff, or I decided to go to bed. How do you know? Is that really a fake Swerve? I mean, any one of my Maroney, after this live stream is done. Yeah, hey, come on. I don't know, maybe Hey, I trust Swerve. It's okay, Maroni. It's okay, Maroni. Just message me after this live stream's over with. Oh, also, hey, Swerve, if you want to put a like on the live stream, feel free to do so. No one has to like the live streams if they don't want to, but I always appreciate it. Oh, and Nate, just so you know, Maroni and Swerve are now. Swerve is now a manager mod, and Maroni is now a manager mod, so they can time you out if they ever feel like they need to. So. Should have timed them out for more. For more time, Maroni. They got a Judgment Day promo backstage. Judgment Day talked about they were a little confused as to why Dominic Mysterio was out there with Legado del Fantasma. Well, thanks. I don't know what to say about that. Although I don't really know Ethan Page very much. I've seen Ethan Page on AEW, but I just don't know him that much. We also got a Bloodline segment backstage. We talked about Paul Heyman revealed that it was Roman Reigns that ordered The Rock to lead the beatdown on Cody Rhodes. So we now know who ordered The Rock to beat up Cody. It was Roman Reigns that did it. I mean, yeah, maybe they shouldn't have. I don't know. Yeah, we ain't. I don't care how many times you say I'm still talking to Shane or whatnot. It's we don't do that. We don't talk about him. Oh please, no, she isn't. We also got Bayley and Io Sky. Io Sky was doing an interview. After the interview, Bayley attacked Io Sky. Also, we got Jade Cargill debuting. Well, we kind of just don't say his name, period. At least we try not to. Now, we also got the qualifying matches for the six-pack ladder match. We got Street Profits versus Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller do win after a distraction by the Final Testament. The Final Testament then comes out to beat up on the Street Profits. Bobby Lashley comes out to try to help even the odds, but it doesn't matter. Street Profits have already been beaten down enough, and Bobby Lashley was just beaten up by the Final Testament backstage. Yeah, I seriously don't think he's been. He stole Swerve Show's name. I actually don't know if I have an opinion on that. It's like, I mean, yes, some people like to make it a big deal. Some people like to make it a big deal that AEW can't fill out an entire arena. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, that's not good. That's not good compared to what WWE does. Yeah, I don't even know what Swerve Strickland's real name is. We also got the Legado del Fantasma, or as I like to call them, Legado 2.0, versus New Catch Republic for a New Catch Republic obviously win the match. Now we know who will be involved in the six-pack ladder match. Judgment Day versus New Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and New Catch Republic. So that's the match for, that's the final, I guess, round of participants in that ladder match. Also, we got in the main event, we got Bianca Belair versus Dakota Kai. Bianca Belair does get the win, but Damage Control do come out to immediately attack Bianca Belair. Also, we got Naomi came out to assist. They start beating up on Naomi, and then here's obviously the best part is Jade Cargill actually also comes out to make the save. It is now official, a 6-woman tag team match at WrestleMania with Naomi, Bianca, and Jade versus Damage Control of Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm not even going to give you my prediction for this match because I already know who's going to win, and it's the babyfaces. You are not going to have Jade Cargill lose her first WrestleMania match. I mean, yeah, I can't believe it either, Maroni, that Naomi is back in WWE. Seems like only yesterday I was watching her win the TNA Knockouts title, and she lost it, I think, to Jordynne Grace, who I absolutely love. I love her. She's great. She's basically like Corey Graves said at the Royal Rumble, she's got muscles in places you didn't think had places, or however you said it. But yeah, I fully expect the baby faces to win. Bianca, Naomi, and Jade. Bianca still sort of has her sort of quote unquote WrestleMania streak going. Hey, oh, Backyard Trucker, thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming. If you want to put a like on the live stream, feel free to do so. It's never a requirement, but I would appreciate it. Yay, Aaron, thank you for coming on your 3rd account. You want to put a like on the live stream with that 3rd account. I don't know about that, but I mean, SmackDown wasn't nearly as good as I thought it was going to be. If I had to rate SmackDown out of 10, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Wasn't great, but it was okay, but it's okay. I mean, yeah, it hasn't been must-see for a while now. At least not for a while. But it is what it is. Well, guys, it is officially an hour and 13 minutes. More than that since I started this live stream. So I want to see, oh my gosh, 56%. My phone's at 56%. I am going to, in this live stream now, I am going to let my phone charge. And I will see you guys for WrestleMania. I will see you guys for WrestleMania, for Matt's WrestleMania live stream night 2. I will see you guys next week. Next week, maybe. Especially on Monday night for Matt's live stream, because I know most of the guys that are in here are from Matt's live stream. Hey. I will see you guys later, and until next time, peace. Bye, guys. Okay.